Hey everyone! So today I'm going to be talking about my junior year of college because last Friday I finished all of my finals, all of my classes, so I'm currently a rising senior in college. That is crazy to think about because I feel like I just started college, especially since I haven't been able to be on campus. I can't believe I'm like almost finished with school. I have it like in my phone, everything that I want to talk about, all the classes I took and everything. So if I keep looking at my phone, that's why. Because I wanted to make sure I had like an outline of everything, just like some background and stuff. Hello, if you're new, subscribe, follow me on Instagram. Like I said, I'm a rising senior at Virginia Commonwealth University. I'm a psychology major, biology minor. If you're new and haven't been following my channel, I'll link my books and backpacks playlist above so you can like just catch up on all my school journeys and all that kind of stuff. I'm not from Virginia, I'm from South Carolina, so that's the only thing that kind of sucks, like this out-of-state tuition, which I think is the scam anyway. Higher education is a scam in general, but we can get into that later. One like big disclaimer that I want to talk about is that I understand my privilege and I'm very grateful that I'm able to go to college, especially in out-of-state school, because that is really expensive and I know not everybody has that luxury of going to school. I'm not trying to discredit that at all. Like, I understand my privilege and I speak up about people who aren't as privileged all the time. Just wanted to clarify that. But this video is kind of going to be like complaining a little bit because I had to do all of my classes online again, and I chose my school because I like the school, not because I wanted to do it online, which I know everybody's like doing stuff online right now. This is kind of gonna be me complaining a little bit because I would prefer to be on campus, but like since my classes are online, it would make no sense to like get an apartment there while I'm already paying out-of-state tuition and all that kind of stuff. So I guess we'll just like go through the school year, kind of take like a walk down memory lane. So over the summer, I was actually a mentor. I was a freshman. I was in acceleration. If you don't know what that is, you can like look it up on VCU's website, but it's basically for pre-med, pre-dental, pre-professional health majors. It's like a living learning program, and that's what I was in freshman year. That was really fun. I had 2 mentees and I just like mentored them for fall semester, not spring though. I put down the first day of classes. I don't know if that's like important or not, but I started on August 17th. I took abnormal psychology, interpersonal relationship psychology, stats, cellular and molecular biology, a product innovation class, and my leadership class. The product innovation class is actually like this certificate that you can get. In my leadership living learning program, in one of my classes, they talked about this product innovation certificate, and I was like, this is interesting because we did like a little bit of problem solving and I love problem solving. So I was like, I really like this. So then I looked into it and I applied for it over the summer, did a little interview for it and got in. So I really like it, and that's the first class I took of that, and I was like, I really like this. And then my leadership class, like I was saying, I'm in a leadership living learning program. So in September I actually got an internship that I'm currently at right now, and it's really fun. It's for a nonprofit. So in November, this was kind of like a crazy month. So of course, like with the election and everything, that was very like just anxiety driven, you know. Obviously Biden in office doesn't get rid of systemic racism. Let's stop acting like it does. But I was like very on edge about like the election and all that kind of stuff. One fun thing about my school, Keke Palmer actually talked to my school. It was on Zoom, of course, but like I like went to it and I was like, oh, this is so cool, because Keke Palmer is just like such a cool person. So that was cool, like seeing her and like her talking about her experience becoming who she is. So I thought that was really cool that my school did that. A sad thing that happened in November is one of my uncles passed away. That was also like really difficult, just everything. And then I remember I had to talk to records and registration. Those are some like inconsiderate people, and I'm just going to flat out say that. My uncle passed and I was like asking them because it was something with either my bill. Okay, so I looked through my emails with them to see what exactly it was that was going on. So the specific incident that I'm talking about, I was trying to get my credit credit limit raised because I was trying to add a biology lecture and lab, and I was taking the intercession course, so I had to get it raised, and they did that. But then I had a hold of my account, and with my uncle's death and like all of that, I didn't get to it. So I was like, is there any way that I can add this course but like pay the bill later? And they're like, no. So I paid the bill, and then the classes filled up, and I was like, well, is there any way I can get an override to get into the course or whatever? And they're like, no, you have to wait for someone to drop it. And now I'm looking through my email, and I'm seeing there have been a lot of different incidents with them. Like I asked about a pass-fail thing, and they were not really descriptive at all. I asked them about another biology course I was trying to take, and they like did not give answers like at all. Okay, yes, I asked again about a pass-fail option in the spring semester, and they said that it would be up to the advisor for approval, like to pass or fail a course. And she was like, well, that's not very helpful, because I was asking about a course that was for one of my certificates, and she wasn't sure if I could pass fail that since it's for a certificate. And they were like, well, it's up to your advisor. And I was like, well, I literally asked my advisor, and she asked me to ask you all. So, but yeah, I have to look at the receipt. So I had to look and see what exactly it was, so I wasn't just like rambling in my video. So I would show the actual emails, but since I'm still going to the school, I don't want to like confidentiality or whatever, so I'll just like talk about it rather than actually show the emails. But yes, I just don't really like dealing with them. I actually got 2 tattoos in November too. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen them. I was gonna vlog it, but like I thought it was gonna be like a 2-hour kind of thing. It turned into an all-day thing. But anyway, I love how they turned out. They're little black cherubs with cornrows, and they're an angel and a devil because I'm a Gemini, so had to get something to represent both sides. December, I had these different like workshops. Company that I work with, I've been working with them since I've been like 15 or 16. That was really fun. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say anything or not, so we'll just say it was a fun little workshop. I learned a lot of stuff. I had a Depop call, like as a Depop seller, and that was really fun. Like I got to talk to one of the people like on Depop and everything. And if you don't know, I've been selling on Depop since 2017, so that was really fun, like being able to just like give my input on Depop and everything. I'm not sure if they're gonna actually do anything or take any of my advice, but it was really fun to be on the call. We went to 2021. Everybody's like, oh my gosh, 2021 is gonna be so different than 2020, even though systemic racism is still a thing and people are acting like it isn't. So I guess that's what they meant by 2021 is gonna be different, because they're gonna act like racism doesn't exist again, because that's what I've been seeing. I've been seeing a lot of performance again. So also in January, the J-term class that I was talking about, like the intermission class, was a history class, and that was the best class. Like the professor was amazing. The class was really fun. I loved it. I was really worried that it was going to be hard because like you had to do stuff every single day, but it really was not that bad. And I was like, I really like this class. Like I said, the professor was phenomenal. The only downside to it was like $3,000 for the class, and I was like, excuse me? It is ridiculously overpriced, but I did like the class, but like it should not be $3,000 for one class for like 1 month. I strongly dislike higher education simply because it's crazy expensive for no reason. I can go on a whole different video about how I feel about higher education, especially like master's degrees and like grad school and blah blah blah, because I'm just like not a fan of that, because I just feel like it's like, look at my master's degree, look at my higher education, like blah 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 blah. That's just my own little 2 cents about it, but I really did love that class. My aunt actually passed in January. Also in January, I started therapy like later in January. My classes for the spring semester, I'll go over those. So I had statistics again, but for my major as a psychology major, my leadership class, evolution for like my biology minor, history, like I said, I took that during the intermission or whatever, but it was like technically a spring class. I don't know, because I still had to pay for it, so I don't know. Another product innovation class, this was more so like designing and stuff, which I really wasn't a fan of, to be quite honest with you. I took it anyway. My marketing class, absolutely not. I did not like that class at all, but marketing and then perception psychology. Product innovation class, we had to meet every Monday and Wednesday. Like, I don't know, like an art class or whatever. So if we were like in person, it probably wouldn't have felt as long as it did, but it was literally like a 2.5-hour class on Zoom. And I was just like, oh my gosh, every Monday and Wednesday. And at first we had to like draw, and like I'm not an artist, like I don't draw at all. So I was like, we have to draw, like what? So that was like interesting and just very, just not my thing. And like every single Monday and Wednesday we had to turn something in, and then we started doing like our final project where we have like a problem and then we have to solve it. So shout out to the people on Instagram when I had to send out a survey and like get people to answer. So thank you all if you answered that. A good class to learn a lot about and stuff. February, I actually did reach out to like a company through like my marketing class that like we learned about in one of the modules, and I was hoping I was going to be able to do something like over the summer with them, but they don't have anything. So I'm like, oh, that's kind of like sad. But they said they would let me know if anything else comes up. I'm just trying to like explore my options and see what I want to do. And then actually at the end of February, one of my friends from freshman year passed away. So I've had like 3 close, like pretty close deaths since November. Well, I mean now it's May, like in the middle of May, but like in that short period of time, like November to March, I had lost 3 people that like I was kind of close to. And I was like, oh my gosh, like not that I was like very close to them, but it was like people that I had seen and like talked to, you know, like I had just seen my uncle like the month before he passed away. My aunt, I hadn't seen her that often, but like it was still just like very all of a sudden. And then my friend from freshman year, granted I didn't really keep in contact with him because he transferred schools, but just the fact that like I was very close to him freshman year, and like that was somebody who I would like talk to all the time and everything. 3 people in that short period of time. So that was just like, I don't know, it was a lot. I think that like also made my anxiety like increase a lot, especially like between all of the racial injustices that happened in 2020, which I mean they've been happening for longer, but because they were like such in the spotlight then, the anxiety of that, the anxiety of just everything, just like illness anxiety, like being scared that like you're gonna get COVID, just everything. And then on top of that, like people passing away and being in the same place all day long, not being able to talk to new people. That's like my biggest thing. I love meeting new people. Just being in the house for so long, like over a year, doing classes online, I was just like, oh my gosh, like I was just getting like. In March, I actually got my puppy Emmett. He's sleeping right now. March 13th, that's when I got him. I was on the wait list for this breeder for a really long time, and then she was like, actually people had like dropped off the wait list, so I was able to get him. And I was just like, oh my gosh, is this real life? I put the deposit down I think in like January or February or something, so I finally picked him up in March. And like I can't believe that he's very bad, but like we're going to obedience classes in a few weeks, so he'll be good, hopefully. So I took him to the vet the day that I got him. A few days later, he developed a cough, and I was like, oh no. We went to a different vet, actually the vet that the breeder went to. They like prescribed him antibiotics and like cough suppressant and stuff, so I was giving him that. But that night he got so weak from coughing so much, he fell over and like his eyes were like rolling and stuff, and I was like, I freaked out. So we went to the emergency vet that night at like midnight and didn't get back home until 5:30 a.m. So yes, we spent all night at emergency vet, but they said just give him like the medicine that I was planning to give him anyway. But I just got so worried because like he literally like was standing and then like fell over, and I was like, oh my gosh, because he was like little bitty, like little tiny, and I was like, he fell over, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I was worried the whole night. I was like crying because I was like, is he okay? I mean, I just got him Saturday and then he got sick like Monday. Needless to say, we have not been back to that first vet because I'm just afraid that's where he got kennel cough. He has 1 more dose of vaccines and then he'll be fully vaccinated. I do like the current vet that he's been going to. They are very nice. So April, I got my first dose of my vaccine. As we know, with medical racism and everything, I was very concerned about getting the vaccine. I was like, why are they like trying to push this so hard? Like, what's in it? I mean, not like, oh, they're gonna track us, because I mean, they already track us with our phones and like every single thing we do. Like, I'm gonna wait and see how these side effects go. Like, I'm gonna see if more black people get it first and then I'll get it. And then I registered for classes. This has literally been the easiest registration I've ever had my whole entire time at college, because I currently have like a substitute advisor, and she's literally so nice. Like, she wrote out the classes that I would need to take in order to graduate and everything. So I met with her like twice, and I was like, wow, thank you so much, because that's the easiest registration I've ever had. And I've been in college for a few years now, since 2018. That was just amazing, and I was like, thank you so much. And then I had a career appointment, because I'm trying to figure out what exactly I want to do with my major. I don't really want to go to grad school, but I've just been trying to figure out, is it more like, is it better to go to grad school or just try and like get experience in a job? Again, if you're new, I used to be a biology major and I was on the pre-dentistry track, and that's like what has been my life goal like forever. But then I changed that because chemistry and physics were not for me. So I really love psychology, but the only thing is, like, you kind of have to go to grad school with a psych degree, but I would prefer not to go to grad school. I don't know what exactly I want to do, but I really like, again, problem solving. Of course, I love psychology. I love knowing why people do what they do. Trying to see if I can go into like some sort of like research, but like research that doesn't require like grad school or something. So we'll see if I can do any kind of like product innovation kind of thing, or like statistical analysis or whatever, something like that. I don't like capitalism, but at the same time, we have to kind of make some money in order to survive. So I guess we'll see. That's also been causing me like a ton of anxiety. As a pre-dental student, it's like your life is kind of planned out for you. It's like you go 4 years undergrad, 4 years of dental school, and then you're a dentist, and like you'll always have a job because people are always going to the dentist. And I think that's what's been bothering me, that now I don't have that like job security. Now I'm kind of like, oh, what am I gonna do with my life? Job hunting, it should be fun, but it's turned into like this anxiety driven, like, I need to get a job, blah, blah, blah. So that's kind of like, I try to like calm myself and talk myself out of it, but I do kind of overthink sometimes. So just being honest. The leadership living learning program that I talked about, I actually finished it. I graduated from it last Wednesday. So actually a week from today, I'm filming this on Wednesday. I finished my leadership certificate. I can't believe that, because I was like, wow, I literally just started lead and now I'm finished with it. And you know, it was really fun. I really enjoyed leadership. I got over 200 hours of leadership and community engagement. I finally switched therapists because, like I said, I started in January, but I just felt like my therapist, I was going back and forth every week. I would say, do I like this therapist? Do I not? I guess we'll see now if I kind of get more from this therapist. But the first therapist I did learn a lot from. I think that really put things into perspective for me, but we'll see if I can like learn some more from this therapist too. So hopefully we can. Hopefully I can. I got my second dose of my vaccine, so a week from tomorrow I will be like fully vaccinated, because I think it's like 2 weeks after you get it, then you're finally like fully vaccinated. So that'll be fun. I'm not gonna be one of those people that's like, oh my gosh, now I can just go be around people. Like, you're still supposed to wear a mask even if you're vaccinated, and let's stop acting like everything's gonna go back to normal, because I thought last year everybody's like, we don't want it to go back to normal because then that's complacency. But now everybody's like, well, you know, normal is fun. So summer plans, I'm not sure exactly what I will be doing. I'm still at my internship, so I'll be doing that and everything. But I don't know, I just feel like I need to do more during the summer, because now I have more free time, and I hate sitting like I'm not doing anything. So we'll try and find something to do, because I feel like I just need to get more involved and more active and everything. And of course I'm going to be training Emmett like all summer, getting him to be like more obedient, because he's going to be a big dog. So we have to make sure no one gets hurt and everything, like me or him or someone else, because that would be bad. And we don't want to be like some YouTubers who didn't want to train their dog. I'm not even going to get into that, but if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. So my overall feelings, I said I'm honestly really upset I can't be on campus because I love it so much, and it feels like I'm missing out on so much in networking and mingling and everything. To be honest, that is how I feel. I am like, I know everyone is going through this too, but it just feels like I'm missing out on so much. And like, I love networking, I love mingling, I love meeting new people, I love talking to people. So it has been getting to me a lot more just like sitting in the house all day, not being able to talk to people. I realized no one expected this except for the government. I realized no like regular people were expecting this, and especially for it to last this long. I don't know if I said it, but my fall classes are going to be online too. So I'm just like kind of mad about that because I want my senior year to be on campus because it's like my last year of college, and I know it's very privileged and like me complaining and stuff, but that's just like how I feel. And especially that I'm paying so much to go to school, I want to be on campus. So I guess hopefully like spring semester I'll be there, but I guess we will see. So that's like how I feel about this school year. It wasn't really what I wanted it to be, but I'm grateful and thankful that all of my immediate family is healthy and well, and I hope everyone is doing well. Let me know how your school year went, if you're in school, or if you're not, how has your year been so far. So my camera cut me off because I've been talking so much, but I hope you all enjoyed this video. Have a great day or night, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye!